The dawn breaks not just upon the horizon, but within your mind, as soft light stirring possibilities, hidden in the shadows of yesterday's doubts. You awaken to the realization that every thought you entertain, every whisper of belief, shapes the world around you. Here, in this moment, you stand on the threshold of transformation. Inside you lies the spark that lit Edison's workshop at midnight, the same fire that fueled Lincoln's quiet resolve in the midst of civil war. Today you claim that fire as your own, because positive thinking is not mere optimism. It's the forging of steel in the furnace of your soul. Breathe deeply now. Feel the power of a single thought, how it can reshape the barren ground of despair into the fertile field of possibility. See before you your mind's landscape, valleys of fear, mountains of challenge, rivers of doubt. Yet at this precise instant you have the power to redirect your internal currents. You choose to irrigate hope, reclaiming every wasted acre of your inner terrain. And as you do, every dream you ever dared to imagine begins to stir beneath the surface. Imagine Thomas Edison, laboring over filament after filament, each failure, echoing with the world's impatience. Yet inside he nurtured one unwavering belief that the light would come. When it did, he harnessed it not just to illuminate his own lab, but to light the path for all of humankind. This, too, is your inheritance. Every time you choose belief over fear, clarity over confusion, you summon the same creative spirit that flipped the switch on modern civilization. Stand in that lineage. Your mindset, the first gatekeeper, frames everything. It is the lens through which you perceive adversity or opportunity. It can become a prison or a launching pad. Today, you relinquish the chains of limiting thought. You adopt a mindset that sees beyond your current circumstance, that knows within your chest beats the heart of an innovator, a pioneer, an alchemist of destiny. You say to yourself, I am not bound by what is, but defined by what could be. Open the door to belief. Belief is the anthem of your soul, humming beneath every audacious dream. Without it, Ford would not have built his Model T. Carnegie would not have forged a steel empire. Disney would not have drawn the first line of a mouse. That would echo around the globe. Belief gives you permission to invest in your vision long before the world will. It whispers, build the bridge before you arrive at the other side. So you gather your convictions, stoke the embers of faith, and let them roar into a steady flame. With each affirmation, I can, I will, you feed that fire. Let the world watch you burn. Clarity arrives then, carried on the back of belief. Clarity is the compass that guides your energy, the vow you make to focus. Picture Lincoln holding the Emancipation Proclamation in his hand, engraving the purpose of a nation on fragile parchment. That was clarity. Without it, his will might have faltered. Today, you wield the same tool. Clear your vision. What is the life you seek, the impact you yearn to leave? See it not as a distant star, but a blueprint etched in your mind's eye. See the path, the steps, the milestones. Let clarity transform ceaseless chatter into deliberate, decisive action. Purpose. This is the current that sweeps you forward when enthusiasm ebbs. It is the assurance that you are not building castles in the sky, but planting seeds that will one day bear fruit beyond your own lifespan. Your purpose is the inheritance you craft for family, community, humanity. In the crucible of purpose, your every sacrifice is redeemed, your every struggle sanctified. This is not casual inspiration. This is solemn covenant. Discipline is the strenuous ritual you perform when purpose demands. It demands that when the alarm bell rings, you rise even if teeth chatter with fatigue. It demands that when obstacles materialize, you greet them not as enemies, but as allies sharpened to forge something greater in you. Each push beyond comfort, each moment you reject ease for excellence, safeguards the truth that greatness is not an event, it is a habit. This is where you prove to yourself that you are not a passenger in your story, you are the author. Action ignites momentum. Belief without action is prayer without voice. So you stand up and move. You sketch the first page, place the first call, take the first step before you feel ready. Think of Disney drawing Mickey's ear with trembling hand, not sure if the world would laugh, yet trusting laughter would follow. You do the same, not because success is certain, but because worth lies in the attempt. In action, you discover what works, what fails, and what ignites your soul. And with every step, you weave gratitude into your journey. Gratitude does not gloss over obstacles, it reinterprets them. Thomas Edison might have sighed over yet another filament blown to dust, but he also thanked the failure that taught him elasticity of heat. Gratitude is the lens that turns your setbacks into tuition, your struggles into storylines of triumph. You record the small wins, whisper your thanks for every sunrise, every breath. In gratitude, you anchor yourself to abundance and affirm that you already have enough to begin. Adaptability becomes your ally then. You drift like water, not resisting the shape of circumstance, molding yourself to flow around every rock. When professionals of old clung to typewriters, Ford saw roots, Edison saw alternatives. Lincoln saw unity. You, too, will pivot with grace, evolving when the world shifts beneath you. Not compromised in your purpose, but refined in your method. Resilience emerges from adaptability and gratitude alike. It is the return after the fall, the rise after the collapse, the echo of purpose in your bones when the world says you don't belong. It is the spirit of a people rebuilding after war, of an inventor repairing broken dreams, of any soul who has refused to surrender. You are such a soul. Hear your own heartbeat as testament. Within this ongoing flow of belief, clarity, purpose, discipline, action, gratitude, adaptability, resilience, you find learning. Every day becomes a classroom, every challenge a lesson. Just as Carnegie read voraciously to build his empire, just as Edison studied electricity until he spoke its language, so too will you accumulate wisdom not from comfort but from curiosity. Seek mentors in books, in people, in life. Humbly admit you do not know. Then voraciously become a student of your own becoming. Here, in this steady current of progress, you feel the world's edges blur, no longer a distant theater in which you perform, but an extension of your own soul. This is the power of positive thinking, not a flight of fancy, but a forging. You are the smith who tempers each thought, hones each desire, shapes each action, and the anvil is your will. Now ahead of you lies the open road, not free of storms, but illuminated by your mind's steadfast torch. You walk it with vision, guiding your step, purpose steadying your heart, discipline propelling your muscles, gratitude grounding your soul, adaptability ensuring your stance, resilience sharpening your spirit, and learning fueling your ascent. Feel it now, the charged air of possibility, the taste of becoming, the echo of every great who walked this path before: Edison, Carnegie, Disney, Lincoln, Ford, urging you onwards. You carry their legacy, not in imitation, but in spirit. You take their lessons and synthesize your own dawn. So move, now, with firm intention, unshakable belief, and radiant optimism. Let the power of your mind change the world, beginning with your own. Let positive thinking illuminate every corner of your life, until each moment, each breath, becomes an act of creation. This is your birthright. This is your moment. This is the power of positive thinking.